Good morning. Oh, welcome to the channel, Gray Cloudy Day. I'm known as Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. Oh. Okay, guys. We're going to do a Jesus Calling video. And, I'm groggy this morning. I took several melatonin and another sleeping aid medicine over the counter. And then in the middle of the night when I woke up, I went to bed early. Then I woke up in the middle of the night, ate a little something, and then took some more stuff to help me sleep. And then same thing early this morning. So I'm kind of groggy. I was hoping I would just lay in the bed and sleep later, but that ain't the case. And I'd also even posted in my community a simple sentence yesterday that I might take a break. Didn't explain what I was meaning. I was thinking I was not going to start this week off with making any videos and maybe go the whole week not doing a video or anything. I might have live streamed, but here I am making a video because I need to do this. It's something I've enjoyed getting up and doing. Whether it be reading from Jesus Calling or another book, I enjoy sharing some of the things that are helping me. And like I said, I'm waiting on another book that is in the series. It's called Jesus Always. And I'm also contemplating on a few other things to start sharing outside of just a book. Like yesterday, I made a 15-minute video just kind of talking briefly about what's been going on with me and how I've been doubting myself. If you haven't checked that out, please go check it out. And if you could, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Let's get into this. July 7th. Trust me in all your thoughts. I know that some thoughts are unconscious or semi-conscious, and I do not hold you responsible for those. But you can direct conscious thoughts much more than you may realize. Practice thinking in certain ways, trust in me, thanking me, and those thoughts become more natural. Reject negative or sinful thoughts as soon as you become aware of them. Don't try to hide them from me. Confess them and leave them with me. So you don't try to hide them. You confess them and you leave them there. Okay, go on your way lightheartedly. This method of controlling your thoughts will keep your mind in my presence and your feet on the path of peace. And that is so true there. It's saying, I don't hold you responsible for the unconscious thought. There's some things in our subconscious that we're not conscious of, buried so deep in us, But the things that are disappointing, I think, are when we are conscious, the conscious thoughts we do have that are not necessarily the greatest or in our best interest. I know that this morning it already crossed even though I went through Saturday and got through that Saturday without a drink, and then yesterday was Sunday, they didn't sell it. If I'd had a craving hard enough and gave into it, I could have probably got a ride somewhere that does sell it, like in another place. But I didn't. And this morning I was laying there and I remember thinking, well, the store's open. You do want to sleep in today. I almost got up and went and did something I didn't need to do. So I didn't. And then I just laid around after taking some more stuff and decided I better get up and do this video. I need a reading. I need a devotional reading for myself. And I don't think taking a break from, if it's really stretching me out, I might take a break from doing videos sometimes. A few weeks ago I was going through something and it was my own personal struggle. But if I was thinking about taking a conscious break without having any kind of struggles going on, but it occurs to me, a large portion of my day consists of making a video in the morning, a lot of times doing a live stream in the middle of the day, doing a couple of shorts throughout the day, trying to take care of doing some content. If I take that out of the equation, even for a week, if I said, unless I had something else to go do, like a vacation or something, I don't know, man. I think I would be giving myself too much idle time, and I already have that. I have a lot of time on my hands, and so I have a whole day ahead of me trying to figure out and not think about drinking or think about other things that, I don't need to do, whatever it is. If that makes any sense. So I'm going to just attempt to take this reading to heart and, reject negative or sinful thoughts as soon as you become aware of them. And that's what I've been doing. Like Saturday, as soon as it would pop in my head, within a few minutes, I had it under control. I was like, I have to keep doing that. That's what I did this morning. I was like, Lord, I asked, help me with today. Help me get through this day. Help me not wake up out of this bed and go straight over to the store and do something I will regret. Okay, let's get into these readings from the scripture real quick. Psalm chapter 20, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. The decrees of the Lord are trustworthy, making wise the simple. And then we're going to go to 1 John. 1 John chapter 1, verse 9. And it's, but if we confess our sins to him, he is faithful and just to forgive us and to cleanse us from every wrong. Yeah, so I'm just going to have to go through my day, and if I have any kind of conscious thoughts of something that I'm tempting myself with, I have to try to remember, call on him and say, please help me, and let's get these thoughts out of my head, because the longer I dwell on it, the more likely I am to give into it. And the other day, the way I approached it was towards the evening. It's like, okay, you've been battling all day. You've gotten through it. Okay, this evening, I almost went over there and bought some on Saturday. And I was like, no, go ahead and eat. The thoughts will pass. And I ain't trying to just make this whole video about me and my struggle with my mind. But I think some people can relate to it. Even if you had never been addicted to anything, we all have vices. Even David, my friend at church yesterday, said that when we was walking into the church, and I told him, well, I'm doing pretty good. I said, I've been struggling, but I said, I'm still sober. And it's, he knows I've had trouble. I said, it's been like about 3 weeks. And as we're walking into the church, he said, well, we all have different things that hold us back or our vices. Just because David's never done anything like that, I don't know what his vice is, but I'm sure there's vices like food or whatever. Okay, we're going to go to Luke chapter 1, verse 79. To give light to those who sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, and to guide us to the path of peace. And I'm going to not make this video so long. There's nothing else I need to really rant on, other than I've shared with you that, I'm still trying to just take it one day at a time, and realize that, sometimes I make poor choices, and if I do, I have to live with it and I have to reconcile it. But at the moment, I haven't made that particular choice, and I haven't acted upon those decisions that I could make or not make yet, or you know what I mean. The whole thing I've been talking about that I struggle with the most. But I want to say I've been experiencing, I don't know if I've told y'all briefly, I'm experiencing a lot of pain in my left arm, and that's, I'm left-handed. I don't type and everything. I don't have a computer anyway. If I did know how to type, I'd always do this. But this past week, I don't really know what's going on, but my shoulder has been real bothering me. And then sometimes my arm and this muscle, I think it's where I pulled it or ripped it last year. I might try to get an appointment, just try to call and get some kind of appointment. Although if it don't get any better, I might have to go before an appointment is set or whatever. I might have to just have it looked at the hospital. But this morning it's feeling better. It was feeling better yesterday morning, but I can slowly tell, I've just been up, active for about 30, 40 minutes. And I sat in here long enough to read Jesus Calling to myself, and then got everything ready to do the video. And I'm starting to experience a little bit of pain. It's almost like I feel like sitting in this chair some, and I'm trying to do this more, be up in front all day, and rather than in my room too much, laying around. But it could be a combination of the way I hold my phone at night when I'm on the phone, if I'm not watching a movie or some long-term video. If I'm doing this, it might be a combination of that and my elbow on my bed like this. Plus, this is the arm that got broke last year, so I think there's some arthritis setting in. And it's occurring to me that maybe resting my arms on these armrests, you wouldn't think that would cause an irritation, but I think that might be part of it too. I think it's a combination of several things: arthritis, the broken area of my arm, my shoulders, the way I hold my phone, a lot of different things. So I'm grateful it's not hurting quite as bad this morning, but I can tell that something's going on already, and I haven't been up that long. So hopefully that won't affect my decision making today. That's how things were trying to come at me the other day, was like, because I was hurting so bad, in my mind I was kind of trying to justify that if I did go get something to drink, that, you know, well, it'll ease this pain. And that's only masking a problem. That's not like fixing what's going on here. So I'll talk to you guys later. Until next time, Mr. Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. Over and out. Ditto.